coming out soon. When I do my calls to families every few weeks, lots and lots of you ask for more information through the post and things that you can do with your children. Lots of you don't have printers or access to the internet at home, and that's fine. We prepared another pack to go out this week, so hopefully it'll be on its way to you sometime over the weekend. But let me talk you through what's actually in that pack. First thing is the kind of activities that you're used to seeing. So I've actually reduced the size of these this time just to save some trees really. You'll see there's lots of coloured paper to write notes on and do drawings, that kind of thing. But also it's the activities that the children like to do and they're able to do independently. So we've got things like this, colouring sheets, but you can use them for collage, you can use them to talk about what's in the picture, you can use them to talk about colour and texture and get some language in there as well. There's also lots of counting activities like this, where you can mark, make for number, or actually write those numerals. There are mazes, which are good for pencil control. These kind of things in particular the boys really enjoy because they don't think that they're writing, so they enjoy those. There's slightly more challenging pencil control. But as with all the activities, if your child doesn't want to do them, save them for another day. You can't force your child to do writing and drawing unless they're ready to. This one was good. I've included this time some dot to dot. Now we haven't really done very much of this before, and it will need the children to recognise numbers and to really help them understand that these numbers are consecutive and it's one more each time, and follow the numbers to draw the picture. So that's a good task to do. Lots and lots of counting opportunities, and they're all summer or sport themed this time. Now, some of our children love the science, so I put in 4 science experiments. I know that Leo really likes that kind of thing, so there's some science for you too. And something sporty for outside. Cut these out because these are challenge cards for doing physical activities and sport outside, and then take turns with the family to pick a card and do some of these activities. And there's a couple of sheets of that, so lots to have a go at. So that's the part of the pack that you're familiar with, that you've seen those type of activities before. But the second part of the pack is slightly different. There's information here about the REAL project, and this is a literacy project about raising early achievement in literacy, so it's aimed at children in nursery and early reception, and it's about 4 types of literacy, and these are reading, oral language, environmental print and mark making. So you will find in this pack lots of ideas. Now, no one's expecting you to do all of these things in these information sheets, but there are some lovely ideas of things that you could do at home and things around you that you have all the time, and you probably take them for granted. You don't even think about it, but these are really great opportunities for you to do some early literacy with your children. So the first one is about books, and there's a great book list on there, and when the libraries are open, hopefully a lot of these books you can find in your local library. There's information about making books, and the children really enjoy doing that just by folding paper and doing storytelling at home. This one is about storytelling with props, but you can make stories with any of your toys at home. It doesn't have to be anything specific. The next one is about early writing. Now, lots of children are really reluctant writers because they think it's really important and it's really difficult. But actually, early writing isn't about holding a pencil. It's about lots of other things first, usually to do with fine motor control and actually manipulating things to make those letters. So there's a great example here about early writing by making letters out of Play-Doh. And ages ago I gave you all a Play-Doh recipe, and you can use it for things like this. The children can make their name out of Play-Doh, for example. There's also things about fine motor control. This is way more important than holding a pencil with children at this age. Doing those really fiddly jobs with their fingers and manipulating things. They've got a lot of muscles to work out how to use before they can do successful writing. There's lots more ideas for things like making maps, or the boys love making roads. Use a roll of old wallpaper and make yourself a road for their cars to drive along, and they really enjoy that. The other one is environmental print. So environmental print is that language that we see all around us. Whenever I go to forest school or I take the children out in our neighbourhood, we look at street names, we look at road signs, we look at signs above doorways of shops, we look at number plates, we look at numbers on doors, all of those things. But also things like logos. Open your kitchen cupboard, there's logos everywhere, and the children know what they are without even reading them, because it's that familiar environmental print. So there's some ideas there for that. And also the last one is oral language. So this is things like singing, nursery rhymes, lots of the talking that the children really need to do, learning to tell stories using their language. And you'll find at the back of that page there are some nursery rhymes. I'm sure that you know these nursery rhymes. There are lots more on the internet to help you with those. So that's some information about activities you might choose to do. But also there are these jigsaw puzzles. Now there's one for each strand of the project, for books, for mark making, for oral language and environmental print. And this is for you as parents. So each part of the jigsaw puzzle is something which your child should be able to do by the time they're ready for reception. Have a look at this and you'll be amazed at how much your children know and can do already. For example, can they match logos and labels? I'm sure they can. Everybody knows the McDonald's logo, don't they? Everybody knows Asda. So I think your children know that already. Uses prints and logos when shopping. Do they ever sit in the shopping trolley and go, oh yes, biscuits or washing powder or crisps? They just know, don't they? So when you read these, they're not scary, they're not terrifying. They're all really, really logical. So have a look, just for your own interest and your own curiosity. Does your child know 6 nursery rhymes? Well, of course they do. All of the nursery children can reel off more than 6 nursery rhymes. So you can colour in these boxes of the puzzle. And I think you will be absolutely amazed at how well your children are doing, because they have such a great grounding in literacy that you do with them every day at home without even realising. So that's your new pack that's coming through the post. If you've got any questions, do get in touch. And in the meantime, keep in touch. Let me know what you're doing, because I know that I'm missing you loads and I'm wishing that we were back in nursery right now. So do keep in touch and let me know how you're getting on. See you later.